Hello everybody, this is Claire. Today's topic is development of instructional materials, developing users, and teacher's guide. Some of you might be confused in these two things. They may sound the same, but they both have unique usage and applications. Takeaways in these discussions are comparison of user and teacher's guide, the content of both guides, factors to consider in both guides, and most importantly, the parts of each guide. Bear with me as I go through each component in a comparison manner for further understanding. Now let us discuss Teacher's Guide. It is used in preparing daily lessons, particularly for teachers. It helps teachers in innovating new tasks, assessment, and methodologies. The result of Teacher's Guide is it improves effectiveness of the teaching and learning process by providing model lesson plans. It is basically for teachers' use. On the other way around, User's Guide is commonly known as Instruction Manual or End User's Manual. It is intended to assist users, students in using a particular product, service, or application. It is a short document of the materials. It is transcribed by the author or developer, intended to assist users or students. Teacher's Guide must follow inclusive characteristics. For instance, it explains the subject matter and the philosophy of teaching. It provides clear guidance on how to teach and assess pupils. It includes lesson plans that are simple enough for teachers to apply. It includes relevant excerpts from the textbooks with the number of pages related to each specific subject. It should be trialed and piloted in marginalized areas. It includes suggestions for optional and more complex activities. And lastly, it includes more detailed notes and resources to help teachers conduct lessons. Here are some of the user guide content characteristics. Use headings to mark off key components of the information so that readers can find it quickly. Use numbered and bulleted lists to help readers scan information quickly. Use special notices such as warnings, cautions, and notes to alert readers. Use the standard designs of instruction. This means task-oriented headings. Show readers key components of the objects they will be working. Provide statistical information and other such details in easy-to-access table form. And lastly, use a consistent and standard scheme of highlighting. Following are facts to consider in the development of teaching guides. Develop gender-responsive guides. Teaching guides should help students critically ponder on gendered norms. It caters the needs of children with disabilities. Ensures aid-paid provision to teachers working with displaced populations. Review of existing guides will ensure that existing guides are appropriate and pertinent to the context. It supports cultural and linguistic diversity, must reflect the existing multicultural, multi-ethnic, multilinguistic realities of the country. The next one are the facts to consider in the development of user's guide. Initial planning. Early planning on a user guide involves needs assessment, audience analysis, task analysis, and library plan. Documentation proposal. Write a documentation proposal in an effort to win a certain technical documentation project. Documentation plan. These are internal supporting documents that specify content, audience, design, format, production team members, schedules, and other such information about a documentation project and its deliverables. Prototype and specifications. These will serve as useful reference tools during a documentation project, includes the prototype of the user guide and the specifications for the user guide. Let us proceed to the parts of the teacher's guide. Topic or the subject matter, the what to be taught in the classroom. Skills, the need to be achieved while doing the classes. Learning objectives, the basis to which learning standards should be followed. Inputs, the strategies being used to make your students further understand the lesson. Significant vocabulary, the concepts that need to be emphasized so that further understanding may take place. Activity proper has 3 stages. First, varied activities. It is a brief review of already learned materials that is used to activate students' prior learning. Through activities is when students have either reviewed previously studied materials. Beyond activities is when you direct students to apply the knowledge they have gained. Last is key assessment, evaluation, and feedback. May it be formative or summative. The last topic to be discussed is the parts of a user's guide. A user's guide is a combination of many things presented in your materials. There is no standard design, but following are some parts that you may use in your material. Instruction. This is the step-by-step directions and how to use the product. Instructions in the user guide should be general, task-oriented. Precautionary information. These are the notes, warnings, cautions, and even danger notices in your materials. Reference information. It is the list of references encountered while preparing the materials. Getting started information. A brief tutorials that help new users get acquainted with using the product. About the material. It is a brief description of the material such as review of its features and uses. Technical background. It is the technical explanations of how the materials work, what principles are essentials to its usage.